Before we start studying all of the other animal groups, the more complex animals, more complex than sponges and cnidarians, there's a little bit of background information that we need to understand why these next animal groups we're looking at are considered more evolutionarily advanced than the sponges and the cnidarians we talked about first quarter. And some of that background knowledge that we need is about what a germ layer is and why it's important. Okay. So when we're looking at a germ layer, what it is it's a layer of cells that forms during embryonic development of an organism. And these germ layers eventually give rise, they eventually develop into all of an animal's tissues and organs. Now, if we compare sponges, cnidarians, and the higher animals that we're about to study, as far as if we compare their germ layers and how many they have, sponges have one germ layer, or some scientists also don't really consider it a germ layer. Some scientists would say they have no germ layer. And the sponges have no tissues, they have no organs, so they're very simplistic, so they have no germ layers to turn into those things. Now when we compare that to cnidarians actually have two germ layers, and they use these two germ layers to form some simple tissues and some simple organs like the gastrovascular cavity and the neural net. Now higher animals, and when I say higher animals, what I'm talking about are flatworms that we're getting ready to study about all the way up through us humans. So higher animals have three germ layers, and they use these three germ layers for more complex organ development and organ systems, ones that you're kind of more familiar with. Now, germ layers, of course, have different names. And there's the three, and the first one that I'm going to say is ectoderm, and that prefix ecto means outside. There is also the endoderm, and endo means inside, and there's also the mesoderm, and meso means middle. Now if we look at cnidarians, cnidarians have ectoderm and endoderm. So they have this outside germ layer and this inside germ layer. The endoderm gives rise to the gastrovascular cavity, and the ectoderm gives rise to their outside layer, their outside layer, or what we would call the epidermis. Now, when we start looking at flatworms and everything else, they include the mesoderm. So the mesoderm, you haven't heard that term before because sponges don't have it, cnidarians don't have it.